All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo.
Stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke.
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold a peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Second global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo.
I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo.
I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Shampoo my crotch.
It's been a while since I dropped this shit. SwoleFam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play games. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy. Ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Flipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They are controlling the youth. Agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad that. Fucking low key with the Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got to that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang. He's heating up. Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gangs, yeah.
How dare you?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and 22 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everston K2 flexing on all you bitches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam. Welcome to episode 2022. It's your boy Papa Swole. What's going on, fam? How are we doing? What's going on, beaches? What's up, beaches? All right, so we got a couple announcements. Just a little update. We have our SwoleFam roundtable that was scheduled for 6 p.m., but it will be shortly after the live stream. So it's going to be pushed back slightly, probably like 6:45. So you'll be messaged. You can log in and you can join the chat once we do that. So once we wrap up here, there'll be a few minutes in between, and then you can join in for the round table. So a little bit extra, just like an extended Daily Swole. So we'll do the round table right after. That's the live call. So actually, you still have time to join the fam. If you want access, join over there at SwoleNormusX.com and get access to the live call and all the private episodes, everything we got going on inside SwoleNormusX. Now's the time to join. You still got time. All right. So you got a little bit extra time to get ready for the live stream. So Marissa, is the after hours live stream for members only, or can we invite our friends? You can invite them to join and be members. It is for members only. So if your friends want to join SwoleNormusX, then they are welcome to be there. But members only tonight. And that is going down shortly after the Daily Swole. So let's get into it today. No time to waste. Let's bust the nut open. Remember, you want to join the fam, SwoleNormusX.com. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, all that good shit. TheDailySwole.com for all those links to the live stream. And we shall summon the Falcon. Falcon. Short and sweet. Right to the meat. Put some respect on it. Yaboosh.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Very nice. Very nice. Leo drinking like a raging alcoholic. Put it down for a second, bro. Put it fucking down for 1 second.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
My goodness. Tessie looking sexy, and you're kind of looking a little bashful today. Hashtag execute more for a chance to win today's Swole card. What a great Swole card. I have that right here in front of me. Execute more. Goddamn right. Execute more. All right, let's get into that tip today, shall we? Drop that hashtag in the comments below for a chance to win. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Here we go, fam. Moisturize and... Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. It's cold. It's actually rainy outside. It's raining right now. Our first SwoleFam post. Let's get into it.
In the box?
This is from Chris. Can I call you Cristobal? I shall call you Cristobal. Chris writes, sprained muscles and muscle spasms in my lower back, pain and tightness starting to ease off after injuring my back at work Saturday. I had to have a note for work. Even as a salary supervisor, it was expected, and without insurance, I couldn't get seen on short notice without going to the hospital. So good times, fucking yay. I'm going to say that's sarcastic, and it's real like fucking boo, but hey. All right, Papa, enjoy the face mask photo. They were mandating at all times face coverings, so I thought I'd add some stupidity to the post. Doctor says should hopefully be better in a few more days. I think it will, and I can't wait to get back in the gym. Started doing some light stretches, but I get stiff in the back quick, trying not to inflame the muscles anymore while I'm still healing. First setback on a long and continuous journey. Luckily, it is minor, and I can't wait to get back at it fully. Not the first time tweaking my back, probably not my last. Where's this going? Where are we going here? Going to begin doing some yoga and swolga in with my splits. Been watching some of the videos, preparing my mind for the movements, and my growing. Can't wait for that torture. I love these typos. It makes me like not know what the fuck is going on here. Those stretches and movements sure go further than any I did in my younger days, wrestling and in martial arts, but fuck it, I want more. I want better. My determination is through the fucking roof. Keep getting yours, fam. I will post again soon, maybe after my first good pump, after getting back at it. Chris, you are an eager little beaver, aren't ya? Aren't ya? Good for you, bro. Hope your back heals very quickly. Hope your back heals readily. Quickly. That sucks. Hurting your back really blows. As long as you get back and you are cleared for exercise, you definitely want to check out that ankle mobility masterclass. Start adding in some Jefferson curls. Start adding in some more anterior tibialis work. Get those hamstrings. Trust me, those Jefferson curls will definitely add a ton of mobility and strength to your entire spine. Great for lengthening the hamstrings, great for strength along the longissimus and all your spinal erectors. It's a great movement, so definitely look into that. But hashtag SwoleFam, 7 pillars, go to the fucking gym. Good for you, Chris. Hopefully you are back sooner than you think. We want the best for you. Good looking out. All right, next Mancast post. Where are we at here? Let's get a drum roll.
What's in the box?
Let's get a drum roll. All right, we got one from Devin. Hey fam, long time no talk. Just had a quick question. I'm slowly trying to get back into a consistent exercise routine after having my baby and really want to start incorporating some yoga since my body's literally always in some form of constant pain. Jesus Christ. For how long and how many days a week would you recommend doing yoga, especially if you suffer from pretty bad body pain? I would say it depends on why your body pain's existing. Why do you have constant body pain? What's going on? Also, my diet is strict paleo. Haven't eaten shit for a long time, so I know food isn't the culprit for the body pain. Not necessarily true. I've just had some on and off inflammation and overall pain since birth. Thank you. Got it. Well, it doesn't mean that you're not eating something that could be bothering you. So just because it's strict paleo doesn't mean you're doing it. You're not eating something that could be bothering you. So you would have to break down maybe what you're eating and other habits. Are you sleeping properly? Are you getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night? Are you like there could be other reasons. I mean, no doubt that your pregnancy gave you some complications, but yes, we do have pre and postnatal yoga in the yoga studio. So I would recommend doing that. For how long and how many days a week? It depends on the type of yoga and depends on what you're able to do. So you definitely want to get to the root of why you have constant pain and where is this constant pain? That's very vague. Bad body pain, like where? Like joint pain, hormone imbalances, like other issues like that. So you don't necessarily want to just jump right into it. Yeah, we don't have enough information. Like when you gave birth, like was this last week? Was this last month? Was this a year ago? Like what's going on? What's going on? Are you cleared for exercise with your medical team? Like what's going on there? So best wishes and give us some more details. Maybe you can continue that conversation. That was in the private Facebook group. If anyone else wants to jump in over there and see what's up there. All right, let's see. We got one from Josh. It came in. Now time to wear it to work to see who gets butt hurt. I don't know if anyone's going to know what the fuck that is, but then you're going to tell them. Look at that gorilla face is right over your face. All right, I don't know if the people at work are going to know what GTTFG means, but you're going to tell them, aren't you? Aren't you? You're going to tell them, aren't you? What does FG means? It means go to the fucking gym. Now what? What you going to do? It looks good. God, I like that beanie. I like that on a beanie. Looking fucking fly. All right. We got a couple more posts, man. These are great. These are all great. I'm excited. Nicole, good morning, fam. So went for a 6-month DEXA scan yesterday. It was actually 8 months since the last one. Then what? So it wasn't a 6-month DEXA scan. It was an 8-month. Why'd you say that? And you put 6 in quotes. It was a 6-month DEXA scan. All right. So 8 months since the previous DEXA scan. Now I know the stats on them, but they do help me know how my inflammation is. It's nice to have an idea. Since the last one, it says I'm down 9 pounds of fat, yet up 8.5 pounds in muscle since February. Once margin of error is factored in, I'm basically at a 1-to-1 ratio of ditching the fat to building muscle. Will be interesting to see come March of more changes, as that's when I do labs and the next DEXA. Okay, cool. You know, these types of things are beneficial. But you know, there is still some margin of error, but those are pretty damn accurate. Oh, I want to close the screen because the picture comes next. Let's go to PETA and then let's do Nicholas's post last, because that is the signature series. So very exciting. How many of you have gotten your signature series apparel? A lot of you kind of see it and you know what's coming. The secret's out because people have already been getting their apparel in, which is sweet. And we do have some other announcements coming for papaswolio.com. So just got some other announcements and some new upgrades and updates. So that's exciting. But we'll talk about that in the coming weeks. PETA, after a 7-month break from the fitness grind. Why? I'm trying to get back into it. I trained on Sunday, but I've been making excuses since then. Keep using the I'll go tomorrow excuse. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now it's Thursday at 10 p.m. and I still have not gone to the gym. I keep playing Papa's Go to the Fucking Gym videos, but it's not working. I literally have no excuses left now that I've accomplished my other work-related study goals that has prevented me from going to the gym. All I have left to do is to get in the best fucking shape of my life. How do I jumpstart the grind, fam? You fucking go. Stop. What are you posting about it for? Fucking go. Go. Just go. Say you're going to go for 20 minutes. Fucking go. 7-month break should never happen. There's no need for a 7-month break from the fitness grind. Give me a break. Come on, Peter. You could do better than that. You do better than that. How do I jumpstart the grind? Fucking go. Watch this video. Fucking go. Go. You keep playing my go to the fucking gym videos, but it's not working. You know why it's not working? Because you're watching videos. You're not going to the fucking gym. Guess what's going to work? Going to the fucking gym. Just fucking go. Just fucking go. Are you an unlimited member? Start one of the programs or go premium and start doing some of the workouts in the Swole studio. Just fucking go. Just fucking go. There's nothing else to it. How do I jumpstart the grind? Jumpstart? You mean start? Go. Fucking go. There's nothing else to say. And I'm not trying to be rude. I don't care how you perceive it. No, there's nothing else to say. You go. How do I jumpstart it? Well, what you do is you set aside your workout clothes by the door and you make it so you just fucking go. Just fucking go. And there's nothing else to say about it. Just go. Just fucking go. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it and go. All right, fam. Nicholas, hashtag SwoleFam. Fam. I had a surprise package on my doorstep. My excitement exploded. Fuck getting dolled up for photos. Hashtag Swole Signature Series. There we go. We got the Papa Swolio signature in the front. Look at that. Look at that. We're just busting it open. Fuck it. A lot of you have seen this already. You got the Papa Swolio signature on the front. You got the P3S1 on the side, on the arm, and on the back. Counting gains. On the back, counting gains. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Counting gains. So I want to show you something. All right. I want to show you something. So right here, you see Nicholas' shirt. Counting Gains was the name of episode 1 of the Daily Swole. It's called Counting Gains. And if you see the back of it, look how it's written, right? You see how it's written? You see how that card's written? We'll just talk about it now because we're here. You see how that's written? That, my friends, is this card. That's this card that was on the original Swole wall for the entire 6 years. So this was the original card. Look at that. That's the exact card. That's the exact card that is on his shirt. All right. So go back to it. You see that Counting Gains? It's the exact card. That's it. That's, of course, it's in the mirror. It's backwards. So this exact card. So all of you that are that have purchased the Signature Series, remember, you will be those certified cards to go along with your purchase will be sent out soon. So keep an eye out for that. You're not done. You got your shirt, you're getting your apparel in, but you are not done. You'll get your certified Swole card. That's one of a kind that goes along with your shirt shortly. And then that is commemorative of your collectible item. And it's fucking awesome. So there's literally, there's more to it. There's more to it. All the way down to the price is actually symbolic of the first episode. So all the details goes down. So that's pretty fucking awesome. Pretty fucking awesome. Thanks for sharing, Nick. And yes, I agree. Your back is filling out. Look at that. Looking thick. I love that design. You got the nice gold. You got the P3S1. So Papa Swolio's Signature Series, that's a 3S. P3S1 is out. And P3S2 is just 78 days away. So let's fucking go. All right, moving right along. We can take a couple questions. We'll take a couple questions. If you got them, drop them in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And remember, now is the time to join the fam today. It is Fuck Your Resolution season, and we got Black Swole Week coming up. It's time to join the fam. Fuck your resolutions. Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting to join the fam? What the fuck is going on with you? Why are you slacking? What are you thinking about? Why are you delaying your yoga? Why are you procrastinating? Why are you making excuses? Why aren't you starting? Now is the time to join. Now is the time to start. Just like Peter was saying, how do I jumpstart my gains? You fucking go. You go to the motherfucking gym. You get off your ass and you execute. You execute more. That's the Swole card today for a reason. And inside Swolenormous X, we're executing every single day. We have hundreds of over 200 streaming yoga classes. We have full programs that will take you through over a year and a half of full programming. We literally have everything you need, whether you want to bulk, whether you want to cut, whether you want to work on your nutrition and go through the elimination diet. All 7 pillars that we talk about every single day on the podcast are taken care of for you inside Swolenormous X. So why procrastinate? Why not join the greatest fitness fam in the realm, the greatest fam in general? All right, we got a fucking roundtable group call coming up right after this mancast. The greatest fam in the realm, SwoleNormousX.com. Check us out. Check us out, fam. Check us out. And of course, you can also hit us up on the live chat or send us an email to support@swolenormous.com if you have any questions. And the Swole team is happy to help. Execute more, you fucking beaches. Drop that hashtag in the comments down below, and we will get up on that Swole card. Hashtag execute more. All right. So let's see. We got a couple questions. Let's take a couple questions here. Let's move that right along. Let's get that hashtag Ask Papa Swolio if you have a question. We got one here from Ian D. Thompson. Ian D. Thompson. Hey, Ian D. Thompson. Miyagi say. On Instagram, Papa Swolio, what are your thoughts on maintenance? On maintenance helping the body heal. Your thoughts on maintenance helping the body heal, i.e. chiropractor, massage, cupping. I mean, there are a lot of different things there. I think sauna, I think I think cold plunging is fantastic. Sauna, cold plunging, myofascial release, whether it's a massage or whether you're doing it yourself with a foam roller or body tempering is great. Chiropractor, I don't personally recommend. I don't personally do it, so I don't recommend it. A lot of that is just kind of smoke and mirrors, but some people swear by it. A lot of people do it and either come out worse or they don't see any benefit. So I would recommend working on soft tissue. It's not like spinal alignment. It's usually soft tissue alignment and poor habits. It depends. Sometimes chiropractors act more like physical therapists and they do a lot of stretching and activation, but to each their own. Some people believe in it, some people don't. You can drop your thoughts down below. Cupping, I've done it. I don't know if it's actually truly beneficial, but it does do some physical stuff. It does bring fluids through the skin and brings blood to the surface. And it's supposed to bring fluids through the different layers of muscle and subcutaneous fat and all that stuff. I have done it once or twice, but I've never done it regularly enough to actually know if there's a difference. Personally, for me, the most important things that anyone can do, that's more important than any of this other shit that you're listing here, is getting consistent, regular sleep every single night. Every single night. Eating quality nutrient-dense food, bone marrow, beef liver, grass-fed beef, whether it's eggs, whether you go for like soy-free and, quality free-range chicken and stuff like that. That's up to you. But getting in your quality fats, not eating inflammatory foods, processed sugars, alcohol, stuff of that nature. Those are much more important. My nutrition and mobility training and just what I've done has just night and day, but there's nothing like a real quality recovery protocol. So sauna and cold plunge is really my go-to, plus nutrition. Nutrition is recovery through and through. That's how you're refueling. And that's how your body is getting the sources of the building blocks for repairing muscle tissue and all that stuff. So, body maintenance, it depends on the specific thing you're asking. The couple things that you listed, hit or miss for some of those. But yeah, I don't do cupping. I did it once or twice. I don't do chiropractor and I have no plans to, and I feel amazing. Yeah, a lot of people, I'm not sure about the cupping thing. Not really sure about the cupping. I did it once or twice and it left marks on my body, but definitely massage, like deep tissue massage and getting in there, like the real hardcore massage is beneficial. What happened to the Puppa Cam? Well, the Puppa Cam turned into the Nut Cam. Puppa's in the other room. I just leave her out there because she's usually, she was comfortable. But I do have another cam. And sometimes in the past, I had like issues with the cam. I had the issues with just how many, because I have like 3 cameras running right now. But I actually have a plan to get another cam back up there. And I just haven't felt like navigating that. Sometimes when you have a couple cameras extra, sometimes they don't load properly. It's just a lot of overload. I mean, I do have a great computer and stuff like that. It is probably time to, at some point, level up. I like to use my shit and run it into the ground. So everything works great. But, while it works, why rock the boat? I'm not the kind of person that needs to upgrade shit all the time, but I definitely want to get the other cam. We used to have a back angle shot for the podcast, so probably we'll get that going again soon. I like that angle. But might be bringing the beach back in. I thought about bringing it back in, but then having another camera that was kind of like here and then one down to the right on her bed, but she's in the kitchen next door. It used to be both. And then she used to knock over Tessie. She used to knock over Tess all the time and knock the card and she used to be a little beesh. Her and Tessie didn't get along. She was jealous. She was jealous of the attention. You all remember that. Where she'd hide in the back of the cam. Maxwell, how do I know, Papa Swolio, if I'm ready to move from primer week to week 1 of the 90-day dash? Well, how'd primer week go for you? That's a personal judgment call, but usually if you do primer week and you executed like as prescribed and you went through and you felt it challenged you, but you felt pretty good, you can go on to week 1. Here's the worst case scenario. You're not going to go to week 1 and get hurt. You can do week 1. And if week 1 is like, whoa, it just flattens you, then go back to the primer week for another week. So I would do it. You do the primer week. And then if it was really, really challenging and it was really overwhelming for you, then do it again. It's just one more week. Or you can go into week 1 and then take your time. And if it feels good or if it's too much, you can pause. You could also go into, if you did primer week well, you could also go into week 1 and do week 1 twice. There's nothing wrong with doing week 1 twice. So if you feel comfortable with that, so you're not going to know if it's too much until you do it. And it's not a jump to the point where you're going to do it and it's going to flatten you. It's just going to level it up a little bit more from the primer week. The primer week is kind of like here's what it's going to be like. Can you handle this? If it was really hard for you in primer week, that's just an alarm saying like, hey, pause, practice here a little bit, do some more Swolga, do some more Swollen 7s, do some more yoga studio stuff, get your fitness up a little bit more. And then once you have a handle on primer week, you can move on. But there's nothing telling you if you completed it and you felt pretty solid, you can go on, and then you could always take a step back. It's not regression. Remember, every time you're practicing, you're moving forward in your life. You're moving forward in your journey. So don't think because you went from week 1 back to primer week, oh my God, I'm going backwards. No, you're still moving forwards. You're just adapting to what your body needs. You're learning where your starting point is. And that's challenging sometimes. So it's designed to be flexible. So don't feel like you have to do to week 1. And once you go to week 1, you have to go to week 2. If it was like, wow, I feel really wiped out, then pull back. If you get to week 3 and you're like, man, I need a breather. I want to keep moving forward, but that was brutal. After week 3, go back to primer week and then go to week 4. You can do that too. All right. Let's see here. Some people are saying cupping doesn't work, and someone else is like, cupping does work. You see? I don't know. I mean, if you have a lot of people that say it does work, some people says it's bullshit. I think it depends on the person. A lot of therapy and stuff is in your mind too. Like if you think it works, it works. You know, a lot of placebo. The human mind is pretty amazing for like what it thinks is beneficial. Danny, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about my shoulder injury on the round table. It turns out I have a few bone spurs digging into my rotator cuff and arthritis. Will the shoulder awareness help? I mean, I couldn't tell you to do that. What were you recommended to do? What were you recommended to do? Like, or do you have therapy? Are you going to therapy? Like, what did they recommend? Did you get prescription for a therapist or things like that? Chip667 from Discord, Papa Swole, do you recommend a pre-made broth, bone broth powder, or bone broth capsule supplements? I would recommend making it yourself. If you can get the bones, I would recommend putting in a crock pot. It's very simple to make the broth. So if you have like a 6 or 8 quart crock pot, you put in a few pounds of bones, like maybe like 4 to 6 medium length bones. You put in a tablespoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar, turn it up to high. Once it boils, turn it down to low for a simmer for like 48 to 72 hours. And boom, you just keep on topping it off with boiling filtered water as it kind of like cooks down. And then you got your broth there, and then you can freeze it. But I would recommend, I've never tried the powder. I've never tried capsule supplements for bone broth. But if you have access to a pre-made broth, you can try that. You could try that. You didn't list making your own there, so I'm wondering why. And you can get bones online or at your local butcher and things like that. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can really work on bone spurs. I'm not a therapist, and I don't want to talk over certain things just because it's like medical diagnosis, but there's But when it comes to bone spurs, a lot of times you need to like go in there and clean that shit up. And I don't know if you were recommended any type of like deep tissue work or things of that nature, but if you have growths like that, a lot of times you have to go in there and actually get in there. But sometimes physical therapy, they have some methodology to break some of that stuff up. Can you mix beef and poultry bones? I mean, you can. Should you? I mean, it depends on where you're getting your poultry from. I mean, I don't really do anything with chicken. I don't do anything with poultry really. So when it comes to that, just because it's a monogastric animal, you're not getting the same amount of like omega-3s. You're getting more linoleic acid. But, and plus when it comes to chicken or turkey, a lot of times they're getting fed soy. So it depends on where you're sourcing your food from. If it's, soy free, you're getting soy or corn free animals. They weren't fed those types of garbage products. So if you're getting a high quality creature, that's a different approach. That's a different game. So can you? You can. I haven't. So I couldn't tell you exactly what a ratio would be for that. I just used beef bones. Thank you, Papa. My husband doesn't like leaving the crock pot on at night or while we're away. You mean at work or something? Thinks he'll catch fire. I mean, it's a risk. But I mean, how many other things do you leave plugged in your house that could catch fire? I mean, it's designed to be like that. So, I mean, if you have really poor electric, do you leave lights on in the house? Do you have your fridge is plugged in? So, I mean, there's a potential for a fire from anything. You're not leaving it on high, you'd leave it on low. Yeah, I've never had a problem, but I understand, if you're paranoid about stuff like that. Let's see. Alexandra, Papa Swole, you've been doing full body lately, 3 times per week instead of hitting 2 muscle groups per day, 5 days per week. Due to lack of time, how smart is my choice actually? Should I change it up? I mean, how smart is, well, what? All right, so you have a reason though. Due to lack of time, how smart is my choice? I mean, full body 3 times a week, that's decent. I mean, what kind of lack of time? Like, did you have other options, or are you just asking, is this sufficient? I will tell you that training 5 days a week, you'll be able to do more volume on more specific areas of your body. You'll be able to build more muscle. Now, some people like to do full body 4 or 5 days a week. That's a whole other approach. I'm personally not a full body fan. I like focusing on different areas, whether it's push or pull. It doesn't have to be like chest only, but doing a chest day is essentially upper body push. Doing a back day is essentially upper body pull. So you can call it upper pull, upper push. It's just really chest and back, essentially. If you throw in, I'll do a chest day. I'll do chest and back. It's really push, pull, and then I'll do arms. So I usually do like a 4-day split, 3 or 4 day split, depending. So how smart is it? It's a smart move to save time, but did you have any other options? You could do upper body, upper body, and the next week do lower body, lower body. But you're not getting the same type of volume. So you are sacrificing volume. And in terms of changing it up, how do you mean changing it up? Do you mean going back to more times per week? Personally, I would recommend lifting more than 3 days a week. Depends on what your goals are, though. Some people that are really pushing like longevity say like, oh, just work intensely, lift weights 3 times a week. Okay. If you're going to try to live to be 110 and you want to be 110 skinny, it's like, okay, I'd rather live to be 90 and be fucking muscular. So to each their own. It depends on depends on the reasons why. If it's just time, that was a decent choice. But what are your other options? Yeah, this is kind of weird. Tyler says the whole Rittenhouse case, I think the deliberation is bullshit and takes a long time for this shit. Yeah, it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign that's taking a while. It seems like you might have a couple activists on the jury, a couple holdouts, because it's a very clear-cut self-defense case. It's very clear. So it's kind of sketchy. I have a feeling maybe they're trying to like wear things down, or maybe they're waiting till Friday. Are they waiting till the weekend so people can fucking riot? I don't know what's going on. And just so you know, this could be thrown out for other reasons, for a mistrial, even if they come back guilty or otherwise. So, there's a lot to be seen here. I'm not sure what the holdup is, but there are other situations. We're going to play a video that we're going to play yesterday, but we'll play on it in a second. And I think a producer for MSNBC was kicked out of the courtroom. I think they were kicked out. I just saw this drop because a producer for MSNBC was like taking pictures of the jury bus. They were like following the jurors. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. You're using scare tactics to corral jurors and try to manipulate a response. And, you know, most of the mainstream media, they are just trying to lynch this fucking kid, essentially. They don't know, either they know the facts of the case, they're ignoring them. They're just evil people. It's pretty frightening. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's not, that's not how it works though, right, Danielle? Danielle says they're looking for a sliver to convict him. That's not how it works. It should be the opposite, right? You have a sliver of doubt, you can't convict. But now you're looking for just something to, so it shouldn't be a win-lose. I mean, both sides, prosecution and defense, should be trying to get to the truth rather than trying to win. So it's pretty fucked up. Let's see. Papa Swole, what can I do to obtain more sunlight as the winter months come around? We bundled up on my walks, but I need sunlight. Are there alternatives? I don't know. I don't know if tanning booths or things like that or red light therapy might be beneficial, but taking sufficient vitamin D, I'm not sure if there's any way around it. Organ meats are great to get your nutrients in. That's what northern, you know, the ancient tribes used to do, cod liver oil and stuff in the Viking territories and stuff. I mean, there's really no way to get more sunlight if there's no sunlight to get. You just need to make sure that you're getting your nutrient density in. So I would recommend, you're not getting all the same bands. I'm not a light expert per se, but I'm not sure if red light therapy or things of that nature, it's great for your mitochondria, but it's not going to replace, it's not going to replace sunlight. And I think that's one of the issues is that people genetically, like their DNA, like because we live in all different areas. Some of us don't really live where our genetics have originated from. So it depends on where you live. You have to, I mean, not everyone thrives at every latitude. So that's another thing. People have moved around so arbitrarily because of technology and resources that, you know, you can be in a fundamental place that really isn't ideal for your health. I think it's usually around like the 28th latitude. I think we're at 26.5 where I'm at. That's usually where you're getting the best sunlight year round or close to it. Okay. Good questions. All right, fam. We got a roundtable coming up, so let's move on ahead. Let's move into some balls deep content. Shall we, fam? We could talk more about this when we get into the roundtable as well. Let's fucking do it. Good questions, fam.
That's deep.
Yeah, red light's not going to do it. I mean, red light's good, but it's not going to work for vitamin D. Just make sure you're getting your supplements in, but I would recommend getting in organ meats and things of that nature. You're going to be getting your vitamin D from that, but also taking like a vitamin D supplement can be beneficial. All right. Like today, like, you know, if it's cloudy here, it's rainy, like I'll take vitamin D. I'll take that. All right. Because we're talking about, we didn't cover this yesterday. We got a couple of videos, but we didn't cover this. I don't know how many of you saw, this is pretty embarrassing. This was actually one of the hosts. This is actually based on the Kyle Rittenhouse case because we were just talking about it. A lot of you probably saw this. We had this yesterday. Didn't want to play it because I was kind of like, just didn't feel like it. But this was from the train wreck herself, Joy Reid. Now she's a host on MSNBC and she's a racist. And this chick is just nonsensically always ranting about everything's a racial issue. Now, if you watch MSNBC, you are horrifically misinformed about pretty much everything that goes on in this world. Most mainstream media is going to give you some kind of a bent, but MSNBC is pretty much the worst. MSNBC, CNN, these are just horrific outlets that literally lie to your face. And unfortunately, people still listen to these fucking eggheads. And, I think more and more because of social media, because of all these other channels, people are seeing it for what it is. Especially in the last couple of years, the curtain has been lifted. You could see the wizard behind the curtain. And just check out this video. It's pretty embarrassing.
So it's Kyle Rittenhouse trial. It reminded a lot of people of something something, I just can't remember what it was. Oh, the Brett Kavanaugh hearings, in which Brett Kavanaugh, who had been accused by
What is this? What is this? Okay, right away, you're comparing this to Brett. What has nothing to do with it. You need to look, if you're looking at a case, for fuck's sake, you need to look at the actual case. Just going to compare. No. Talk about the evidence. Talk about the facts. Unfortunately, she doesn't know the facts, or she's consciously ignoring them because she's a shitty person.
school friend of committing sexual abuse of her, cried his way through the hearings to make him a permanent member and associate justice of the United States Supreme Court.
Weren't those accusations? I'm not an expert on the Brett Kavanaugh. Wasn't that completely bullshit? Could she stop smacking her lips too, by the way? Wasn't that complete bullshit? I think it was just because it was a nonsensical, like 40 years later. It's like, give me a fucking break.
And his tears turned out to be more powerful than the tears of Christine Blasey Ford, which were the tears of an alleged victim. But in America, there's a thing about...
I have no idea what you just said. But I'm wait to the part. It's coming.
Both white vigilantism and white tears.
White vigilantism. Now, if you know any of the facts of the Kyle Rittenhouse case, there was nothing vigilante about him. There's nothing white supremacist about him. There's nothing Nazi about him. There's nothing. If you know the facts, of the Kyle Rittenhouse case, there's nothing about being a vigilante, just to clarify.
Particularly male white tears.
Male white tears. Yo, if you're bringing up the color of someone's skin, like, why? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? For one thing, there shouldn't even be a trial. You have video evidence of clear-cut self-defense. Most times you don't have like high-definition footage of what happened, but we do. From like multiple angles, you had many witnesses, you have many testimonies. If you watch the trial, if you listen to the podcast, if you listen to witnesses go on all these podcasts, like, I've been deep into it. I can't recant every single aspect of it, but it's absurdly hands down self-defense. It's like, it's not even close. I know how to handle firearms. I own firearms. I use firearms. I train with firearms regularly. Anyone that trains with firearms knows how challenging these situations are. And like the weapon control, his control, like very, very mature control for a 17 going on 18-year-old, whether or not and here's the thing. Well, hold on. I'll play it through. Hold on.
Really white tears in general. Because
white tears.
That's what Karens are, right? They Karen.
Karen? What are you talking about? This chick is such a racist. A racist. What, because you're black, sweetheart? You can't be a racist because you're black? Give me a break. You're a racist. Come on. I never talk about black tears. I never talk about these are black tears. These are black tears. So it's okay to be a racist if you're black. That's not how
as soon as it get caught, it's like Green Waterworks. White men can get away with that too. And it has the same effect. Even as the right tries to politicize the idea that masculinity is being robbed from American men by multiple.
So the right is trying to politicize the fact that men are being feminized. I'm sorry. This is the Daily Swole podcast. And you have seen endless evidence that of the feminization of men on this show. We've covered so much fucking shit. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. We've talked about that. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's masculine men. There's feminine men. And I'm not saying that's wrong. There's masculinity and there's not masculinity. Toxic is your fucking feelings, as your opinion, and it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Culturalism and wokeism. they still want to be able to have their tears. So my friend Jahan Jones, who writes the brilliant The Readout blog, wrote a great piece about this. And if you want to read it.
We don't. No, we don't. Yeah, go on MSNBC and get some information. So white male tears. White male tears. Can you, can you believe that, twat? Now, here's the thing. All right. You can see how the racists, I mean, look, for one fucking thing, this is not a racial trial. So the riots in Kenosha stemmed from the criminal Jacob Blake, assaulting a woman. I believe he had a restraining order. The cops were called because he was assaulting a woman at the moment. She called the cops came, he fought, resisted arrest, punched a cop in the face, if I remember correctly, and ran to his car to grab a knife under the seat. The cops shot him, rightfully so. And then all of a sudden there were riots. Kenosha was never peaceful. It was riots from the beginning. There's nothing, you cannot have a violent protest. I'm so sick of seeing this in the fucking news. 500 National Guard are released in preparation for a violent protest. That's not a fucking protest. Violent protest. So that's a nice one. You mean a riot? Violent fucking protest. Okay, if you're bringing race into the conversation, you obviously are trying to make a point because you're likely a racist. And Joy Reid is certainly a racist, and she's, run her fucking mouth over and over again. So there were riots in Kenosha, and here's the thing. When people are saying that Kyle should not have been there, that he shouldn't have been there, you could make that argument, but guess what? No one should have been there. Why were there people setting fires in dumpsters? Why were there people burning down businesses? Why were there people assaulting people in the streets? They were rioting. No one should have been there. Seriously, no one should have been there. Thankfully, there were some people that were trying to do their job in their hometowns. And Kyle's family lived there. They worked there. This was just really, they crossed state lines. So what? You can cross a state line whenever the fuck you want for the most part. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. It was right next door. It's pretty much his home fucking town. He had family live there. He had family with businesses there. It's ridiculous. So, and not to mention, he was legally possessing a firearm. He was within his rights of the law. Everyone should have that right. It should be constitutional carry everywhere, but it's not. But he was within the law. He did not possess a firearm illegally. It wasn't like, oh, he shouldn't have had that firearm because that firearm was illegal for him. He wasn't of age to carry it. It was actually, that's why they threw out that charge, because he wasn't underage. He was allowed to have that weapon of that length, of that size, which is why that was chosen, because he could legally. So he was actually abiding by the law, actively abiding by the law. And he was there all day. He was there all day providing first aid and scrubbing graffiti and shit off the walls. So, no one should have been there. So say, Kyle, he shouldn't have been there. Yeah, but all those other criminals shouldn't have been roaming the streets, setting fire to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Really, we're going to make that argument? So it's shocking how you can be racist if you're black. This is not how you right the ship. If you're upset because hundreds of years ago, are you upset about slavery? Is that what this is about? You weren't enslaved. You're an anchor on MSNBC. You're very well off. What are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? So yeah, I mean, you're going to fight evil. I'm not saying slavery was good, but you're going to fight evil with evil. Okay. So now you're the enemy. Now you're the bad person. Now you're the evil person. It's pretty sick. This is a kid. This is a kid who was doing what he could for his local community when no one else will. Keep defunding the police. That's why people weren't fucking on point. All these DAs, district attorneys, and these mayors of these fucking woke ass states and cities that are not handling their own safety for their citizens. They're not actually laying down the fucking law and protecting their areas. So he's not a vigilante. He was doing his small part. And guess what? He did it well. He did it well. He was running away from a mob that was attacking him, violently attacking him, and he protected himself. If those people didn't want to get shot, they shouldn't have hit him with a brick. They shouldn't have stepped on his fucking head. They shouldn't have hit him with a skateboard, and they shouldn't have pulled a Glock on him. How about that shit? And no one was black, by the way. No one was black. There's no race here whatsoever. So why are we bringing racism into all of this? Just wanted to clarify this. There's no one, like, he didn't shoot black people. Everyone there was like white. Everyone, like, what are we talking about? Seriously. People just want to riot. Again, these fucking people have nothing better to do. They're grifters. They're looking for every opportunity to rip down the society. They don't want to build anything. They just want to tear shit down. They have nothing to add. They have nothing to add. This chick is just grasping at straws. It's really sad. It's really sad when male white tears. What the fuck are you talking about? This kid had literally, anyone that served in the military, anyone that's seen like a post-traumatic like stress reaction, this kid was literally reliving a moment in his life where look, if he didn't pull the trigger, he probably would have been killed. They would have stepped on his fucking head and the guy probably would have shot him. All of a sudden to be surrounded on the ground being attacked. Yeah, his life was in danger. It was self-defense, clear-cut self-defense. That's traumatic. And this is what people come back from the military with. Yeah. You think he takes pleasure in the fact that he had to pull the trigger? He did because he had no fucking choice. I'm sure he wishes he can go back in time and like never go and help his community and never go provide first aid and never go try to be, you know, a good citizen, but he can't. He has to live with that for the rest of his life, but he did it to protect himself, and rightfully so. And it's on camera. So what are we talking about here? Well, that's what's on trial. That's what's on trial. Jarella says self-defense is not a crime. It shouldn't be a crime, but that's what the left is trying to do. That's what the mainstream media is trying to push. It shouldn't be a crime, but that's what's really on trial. That's why this is getting such attention from people. And like, that's why I'm paying attention to it, because, you know, I believe in the Second Amendment. I think it should be constitutional carry. That's what the Constitution says. There shouldn't be any restrictions. Anyone that wants to own a gun should be able to own a firearm. I'm not saying people shouldn't be trained, but literally everyone, it should be, I think, period, constitutional carry, end of story. Everyone, everywhere. That's what the Constitution says. That's what the Bill of Rights actually says. They don't have all these fucking laws, but you know, you have aspects of our citizenry that are trying to chip away at your rights. It's authoritarianism. And that's what's really on trial. Self-defense, your ability to protect yourself legally, mind you. Your ability to protect yourself is on trial. It's not just Kyle. So it's actually very important. This is a very, very important precedent. So let's see. All right, we got 2 more videos and then we're going to wrap it up and get into our roundtable. So let's see what we got here. We got nibbling. What is a nibbling? Fam, what's in the box? What is a nibbling? I don't fucking know.
You asked this forever ago. I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad you asked, and I'm going to answer it now. Nibbling is just a gender-neutral term for niece or nephew. So if...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a gender-neutral term for niece or nephew. No. If they got a dick, you can call them nephew. If there's a hole there, if there's a gash there, it's a niece. A nibbling. God, fuck these lunatics. Why does it always have to be a nose ring? Why do you have to get that like little bowl ring? You can tell she probably has hairy pits and her puss smells like blue cheese.
Right now, nibbling is just a gender-neutral term for niece or nephew. So if your sibling's child is gender non-conforming or non-binary, nibbling's a great term.
What's gender non-conforming versus non-binary? Someone tell me. What's the difference between gender non-conforming and non-binary? I can't anymore. My head is spinning with this shit. I'm fine shitting all over it because it's just, this is like, we have a lot of people that are mentally struggling. This is because we don't have like psychiatric institutions anymore. We don't put people away in like padded wall rooms anymore. We don't cuckoo's nest people anymore. You know, the good old days when someone that lost their fucking mind actually went someplace to get help. Like, we give them phones and access to the internet and 5G. and we give them some medication that makes it worse. And then we pump them full of social media that drives them even more fucking insane. We link them to other people. We link them to other insane people. Like, that's what we do. Instead of, used to go into a room. Just saying, used to go into a padded room. There used to be mattresses on the walls, and you were alone. So they could isolate you and actually figure out, like, one-on-one and, like, break it down and, like, help you and guide you there, right? Now we're like, okay, not only are we not going to help you, we're going to give you some drugs. We're going to give you some drugs that might help some of these things. They probably won't, but they might. And then we're going to give you a phone that connects you to every single lunatic in the fucking world. We're going to hook you up with them. Yeah, and we're going to encourage you to continue down this rabbit hole. How's that sound? How does that fucking sound? Yeah? Let's fucking go. That sounds like a party. Can I not be invited? Too late. Oh, we're here. A nibbling. A nibbling. Don't tell that to your creepy uncle. Are the Niblings coming? Gender neutral or gender non-conforming or non-bi. I don't know the difference. I don't think there is. Like, you have subcategories of someone that doesn't know. You don't know what you are. My God, you don't know what you are. And I'm not saying people don't struggle with this, but nowhere near the amount that are fucking claiming to. I mean, it was a small sliver of the population that actually, this is just loony talk.
Is gender non-conforming or non-binary. Nibbling's a great term for them. If you are referring to
nibbling, it's like what you give out on Halloween, the little, oh man, they were handing out nibblings. Oh, the chocolatey goodness.
Multiple nieces and nephews, nibblings is a way easier way to say that. I default to it now because it's just simpler.
Oh, you say simpler? Okay. All right. Well, I was going a different direction with that, but hey, you know.
You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh?
But hey, I tried. Yeah. The soy is strong with her. Yeah. Something sounds like a vegan burger. It sounds like tofu. Something vegan about that. It sounded very vegan. And I'm going to clarify here. I have a lot of fun with this shit because it's off the fucking charts. I also don't care. I don't care what color skin you are. I don't care what you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. I can also say whatever I want to say, but I don't hate people. I don't hate people who are living their lives and they're doing it. But these people that are like proselytizing, that are literally preaching as if they figured out something, as if they're now bringing value to the world because they dyed their hair and are claiming to be confused about what they are. That doesn't give you any power in this world. And that's the problem. These people are doing zero work to leverage power, to play the victim. It's very easy. I could literally say, you know what? I'm going to dye my hair purple and I'm non-binary. And I pierce my nose and I fucking paint my nails. And all of a sudden I'm a non-binary. I'm, whatever the fuck. I'm non-binary. I add a couple different letters and, I'm non-conforming, questioning, whatever the fuck. And all of a sudden I have all the hashtags. I can put a rainbow flag and BLM in my profile. And all of a sudden I have a nice little force field safe space. All right. I have a little, boom, I kind of bubbled myself. So all of a sudden I win the victim Olympics and now I have power. Now I have leverage over other people for doing zero work, for providing zero value. And that's all this is. That's all this is. These are people that are lost, that just want attention. They're desperate for love and attention, probably because their parents don't spend enough time with them and they're mind fucked out of reality because of social media. Everyone just wants views, likes, views. People don't even care if they have friends or like, oh, I got a lot of likes. I got a lot of views on my latest video. They just want attention. And this kind of bullshit gets more and more attention because it's like watching a sideshow. It's like watching a car accident or something. It's like watching something that's so fucking bad. You're like, but I can't look away. Oh my God, what is she saying? But I have to listen to it because it's so ridiculous. It's one of those. It's just, it's so awful, but I just can't stop looking at it. Just doing my part, dropping some nuts. Just doing my part, trying to drop some nuts on people's chins.
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Trying. Okay, this one is, oh my God. We don't know where this is going to go. Fam, this video, last one.
What's in the box?
You know what we got here? It's called Unvaccinated Relatives at Thanksgiving. What do you think this is going to be about? Unvaccinated relatives at Thanksgiving. So now, are you going to tell me that if your relatives aren't vaccinated, you can't come for Thanksgiving? I think that's people's excuse to like not see their relatives. Like, oh, you're not vaccinated. You can't come. Yes. Sarah's not coming. Fuck yeah. I hate that bitch. Yeah. Okay, champ. For the record, if you're vaccinated, that's fine. You do realize if you're vaccinated, you're fine. If you're vaccinated, you're fine. I mean, you're probably not fine because you need like 9 booster shots and it's not really as effective as getting COVID and recovering like pretty much everyone does. But I mean, if you're vaccinated, then don't worry about it, right? If you're vaccinated, don't worry about it. The reason why you're worrying about it, you're worrying what other people do, is because you gave up your integrity and you took a risk and you regret it, or you're scared and you did it and you want everyone else to be scared with you. And you just want to commiserate with other people. You want to control what other people do. And it doesn't work like you thought it did. So you're like, oh my God, you're gonna just do your thing. Do your thing and let other people do their thing. If you're vaccinated and you're protected, then guess what? Doesn't matter what anyone else does. And that's just logic. But we don't use logic anymore, do we? Let's see.
Are you going to invite your unvaccinated relatives to sit at the dinner table with you this Thanksgiving?
All right. I'm sorry that her voice is so abrasive, but fuck, her voice is so abrasive. It's like razor blades under your fingernails.
Experts are saying you might not want to risk it.
No, experts are saying you might not want to risk it.
Experts? Experts like who? Like who?
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Who? You can't just say experts are saying who. Like the who? Who? Who's the fucking expert? Yeah, great track record so far. These mysterious experts out there. You can't just say that word and pretend like that actually means something.
Here's why. According to one expert from McMaster University.
Jesus Christ, 44 more seconds? Fuck my life.
Vaccines are super effective, but they're most effective when you're surrounded by other vaccinated people.
What the fuck are you talking about? How does that make any fucking sense? How does that make any fucking sense?
Matt Damon.
How does that doesn't make any sense? Make it make sense. You can't. Being vaccinated is mostly effective when you're around other what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, you fucking mouth breather? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? How does that even make sense? It doesn't even make sense. You could transport from another decade and have no idea what COVID is. You're like, whoa, what are you talking about? It makes no fucking sense. And for everyone that, wear your mask at dinner, blah, blah. You think this virus escaped from a level 4 biohazard facility and is going to be stumped by a cotton mask that you bought at Walmart? It's going to escape like a level 4 biosafety lab, right? In Wuhan. It's going to escape the lab, presumably escape. And then but this cotton mask I got on Amazon is going to be fucking rock solid. That's going to be fine. It'll escape a lab that's designed to not allow viruses to escape. But this mask I got on eBay for $3.99 that some grandma made in Arizona, this will protect me. It's got cats on it. Look at it. It's got kitties.
Super effective, but they're most effective when you're surrounded by other vaccinated people.
The stupid hurts.
If you invite someone who isn't vaccinated, there's a risk of having a breakthrough case.
That has nothing to do with it. How can you be this stupid? It's nothing to do with it. So if you're vaccinated and you bring over that someone that's unvaccinated,
There's a chance you'll have a breakthrough case.
there's nothing to do with it. You could be vaccinated and you spread that shit. You're still getting it. Everyone's going to get it. Everyone's going to get COVID. Whether you're vaccinated or not, you're still going to get it. It might take the edge off some of the symptoms. I know people that have never gotten it, have been fine. And once they got vaccinated, within a week, they had COVID. Like they were sick with COVID once they got vaccinated. Like they had a problem. They were fine, traveling around the country, traveling around the world, fine. Got vaccinated. Within like a week or two, they had COVID and they were sick for like a few days. Coincidence, maybe.
Breakthrough cases are pretty rare. There's only ever
They're not that rare. They happen all the time. That happens all the time. I know so many people that got the vaccine that got, okay.
8,000 in Ontario, but kids can't get vaccinated yet. So part of keeping those kids as safe as possible is telling that one uncle who chooses not to get vaccinated that he might have to sit this one out. One bioethicist said that that's actually the more ethical thing to do.
One bioethicist said that's...
Well, why you talk like that? Ethical. Give me a break. From after the shit that you said that you can't say anything about that. Ethics.
She also said you should try talking to your relatives about how safe vaccination is. The best way to do that is to start the conversation from a place of respect and empathy. Say things like, I understand you're feeling pressure. I know you're freaked out, but here's why this is important.
All right. All of those things have nothing to do with the other. Yeah. Look, if you're vaccinated, then that's the end of it. Understand that it's not as good as natural immunity. It's not. We know that, which is why you need like 5 boosters or 5 other shots or like mix and match. Now you can mix and match and make sure you're getting Jesus Christ. Wait, you're going to be getting boosters for the next 50 fucking years. So anyway, look, it's your choice if you have to do it or you want to do it or whatever. But, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Must be those fucking nibblers. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. Or you just move to Florida. You just move to Florida and people are like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Things are great here in Florida. Things are great. People like live their lives and it's awesome. So try it sometime. You can move out of your communist states. You can own guns and stuff too. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, Australia, they made the first 2 mandatory, not the booster. Not yet, but that's coming. I mean, you guys are the ones down there in Australia that have the concentration camps already. Why are they called concentration camps? Because they concentrate people. Yeah, and they're still building them through 2022, so they're not stopping. They're going to keep this going for a long time. Oh, Annie and everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Found your channel a year ago. Thank you for what you do. You're awesome. Preach the truth. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being her. All right, fam. We got a Swole card. Guess what? All right. It's almost 6:45, so we'll probably take 15 minutes, and it'll probably be like 7 o'clock. We're planning to do it at 6:45, the round table. We'll just give people like 15 minutes, and I'll send you a text when we're going live. So let's get this beesh nutted. Execute more, fam. Execute more. Good videos today. I'll tell you what, we got to execute more coming. I think we have someone in the SwoleFam that needs to fucking slap themselves across the nips. We have someone that needs to execute through the fucking nips. How about PETA? After a 7-month break? How do I jumpstart the grind? By fucking executing more. How about that shit? How about we fucking wrap this up?
Congratulations!
How about we wrap this up? The Swole card always goes where it needs to go. We'll do another execute more. We got theft tomorrow, but fucking hell, PETA. I read this post and it blew my fucking nips off. Like, I'm angry right now. I'm ready to make some fucking gains. I'm ready to get pumped. Yeah, congrats, PETA. Yeah, fucking congrats. How about you go to the fucking gym? Congratulations on getting this. You're going to get this fucking card that's going to slap you across the tits day in and day out for the rest of your fucking life. How do I jumpstart the grind? You execute more. You fucking go. So this is where it should go. I'm fucking fired up right now. I'm fucking fired up. I'm on fire. We know
He's
that,
on fire!
I'm on fire. PETA, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2022 in the subject, and your mailing address in the body of the email. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. PETA, go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. PETA, go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. Congratulations on Wayne Tate Swole card. Go to the fucking gym. I can't call PETA out on TikTok. I was doing names. I was dropping names and doing that, but they'll block me for harassment and bullying. It happened once or twice. I'm like, I can't keep doing that. I'll get banned. I mean, I did get banned, but I'll get permanently banned because I'm calling out people's names. I was doing that. I was like hashtagging Chris, go to the fucking gym. People loved it. But then I'm like, I'm going to get blocked for harassment because I'm literally talking to a person. They're like, you're being mean to them. Tell them to go to the fucking gym. It's like, you don't get it. I don't hate them. You don't get it. So you don't get it. Let's see. Well, that's the thing, Annika. At 90% vaccinated, we have 200 new cases in the state. Yeah, because it doesn't stop people from getting it. It doesn't stop you. It's not a force field. It's still going to go in your body. You're still going to get it. It just might curb the symptoms. It's trying to give you immunity without getting natural immunity. And it's not 100% accurate because and it wears off quickly. It's not as good as natural immunity. It's very specific to one protein, like what the spike protein is very specific. It's a small window. It doesn't give you full breadth immunity that your body generates when you actually get the virus straight up. So anyway, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. We know it is. The bad parts about you say the pandemic, the virus was the least impactful part. It was the government and everyone's response, shutting everything down. That's the worst thing that's happened. The virus is not the problem. It's the fucking reaction to it is the problem. But hey, we're going to keep on being here. We're going to keep on crushing it. And we're going to keep on doing what we got to do. All right, fam. I will text you in a few minutes. We'll get this round table going. Let's nut this beach, Falcon. Come on now. Come on now.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Fucking nailed it again. Nailed it again. On fire, baby. You'll vote.
Don't forget to watch where the sun don't shine.
Here we go, fam. Oh, yeah, we got that good piano. Don't be sad. We'll come back. Don't be sad. We'll be back tomorrow for
Stop
Fef.
whining.
We'll be back tomorrow for Fef. Thanks for being here. I will text you in a few minutes. We'll get started about maybe 10 or so. We'll probably go till about 8 or so. Should be a little bit shorter than normal roundtables. It's going to be a little bit too late if we go to 9. So we'll keep it tight, and we'll get on that call soon as possible. And we'll do it again soon anyway. So don't be upset if you can't make it, but you should be there because I think it's going to be awesome. And we probably will go the full length. We always do. We always go the full length because the roundtables are awesome. All right, fam, we'll see you in a few minutes. You'll hear me in a few minutes. So I will text you, and then you can log in, and we'll get into it. Peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. Yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa. My shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No ollies, you children popping.